Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Rockefellers Radio. This is season 4, episode number 12. I got to kick it off and just say, first, I apologize for the long delay in not having any episodes posted. As some of y'all may know, my birthday was on February 8th. The Bay and my best friend threw me a color theme party on February 7th. So on that day, everything just was like, I'm not doing shit else. So I was just stuck in birthday mode for the rest of the month. So my apologies. But now we're back. We're going to pick back up, get caught back up on the episodes that we missed. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my wonderful co-hosts. Ladies first, the beautiful one and only Miss Naya Monet.
Greetings and salutation.
And the strange themed, sexually aroused
pansexual
Dante Harris.
Wait, what kind of introduction is that? What is it? Strange themed, sexually aroused.
I'm just saying.
Is this ad libs? Is he in ad libs already?
I haven't even got started.
Don't forget pansexual.
Well, you added that. It's okay. That's
okay.
That was accurate. Okay. That was accurate.
What's your hello for today, sir?
You know what? I'm all language. Konnichiwa.
Go ahead, konnichiwa.
Arigato.
What was the other one that I kept getting hooked on? Kifak.
Yeah.
What was that?
It sound like get fucked.
Get fucked. That's what get fucked.
It's Arabic for how are you?
Oh.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of rude.
Kifak.
Get fucked.
Mm-hmm. I
get
love
fucked.
It. I love it. Just walk up to a motherfucker. Kifak.
Are you wanna fuck me?
You talking to me? What the fuck you just say?
Do you wanna fuck me?
No, my friend. Kifak.
Oh, get fucked? Doesn't sound like you're saying.
No, Allah.
Oh shit, we get canceled.
We bullshitting.
It's the sharpness.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
No, say it with me. Holy moly donut shop.
Holy moly donut shop.
Holy moly donut shop?
Holy moly donut shop.
Holy.
We love all races, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
y'all remember Apu from The Simpsons? Or Mr. Simpson. Very good dad. The strawberry squishy.
You're not in the right profession. I keep telling you that. You missed your calling.
I'm just saying.
It's never too late to do it. You can always go back.
I don't want to change anything. It's just too late. I'm going to focus on what I'm doing now.
But it's okay if you do voice.
No, buddy.
All done.
I'm hoarding. But I'm not going to tell you what I'm hoarding.
You know what? Probably in the future, I'm just saying, okay, listen to me, okay? You can branch off into different things. You have Rockefeller Entertainment. You can potentially come up with a TV show and you can do voiceovers. I'm saying.
I know I talked about the TV show. I told them many different times we had the conversation. I don't want to do it right now. I have to pace myself for different things, buddy. You have to listen to me.
How long do you gonna pace yourself? You have to take out running at some point. You have to take out running. You pace yourself too much. Okay, you're going to lose the race. You gotta keep running.
I'm not going to lose anything. I'm not going to run. You mind business.
And I don't.
And why are you sitting there? You're not saying anything. You're just sitting there and you're quiet. You're laughing. You're looking at us and smiling. Come on, say something now. Come on.
I don't understand what you're saying.
What is that? We're speaking English.
Perfectly clear English. I don't understand. What is wrong with you?
You said English?
What is wrong with you? Come on, speak up. Yes, absolutely.
I don't understand.
We don't take baths and we don't use deodorant. Look, wait, it's a cup.
Wait,
what is y'all put in this?
You made this drink.
This is supposed to be Kool-Aid.
That's why that one is still sitting over there. And that Chardonnay is what y'all drinking.
Y'all got me saying things that are inappropriate.
That's the Chardonnay. That's the Chardonnay.
Yeah, Nene will get you there.
That's Chardonnay.
Chardonnay.
Shanae, no. Honey child.
Honey child, not the honey child. Well, I'm glad that we were able to get started again. I actually kind of, well, I ain't gonna say I didn't miss it, but I kind of missed it.
You didn't. It's okay.
I did. I missed sitting up. We was on a roll.
Yeah,
being consistent. But February come around, everything got to go on pause.
Well, we canceled the trip to New Orleans. We couldn't go to Mardi Gras.
Probably for good measure.
What does that mean?
No, actually, I had a few faves that was down in New Orleans.
Oh, you had some plans.
Yeah, and I when I saw that they was in New Orleans,
okay.
When I saw they was in New Orleans, I said, baby.
Oh, what'd you say?
Baby.
You go down there and get your little crawfish?
Oh, baby, I wanted some crawfish, okay?
Is that all that you had planned was just crawfish?
Oh, no baby.
I wanted some crawfish.
He wanted some beignets.
I wanted some etouffee.
Some
good gumbo. I wanted to
definitely the gumbo.
I wanted to dip in somebody's pot, baby.
Oh,
yeah, I bet you did. You wanted to get you some bourgeois.
Oh yes. Oh baby. When I went on Instagram, I said, "Oh shit, we missed our opportunities."
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably when he found out about the trip, he probably started doing his little checklist and going through like, "Hey y'all, I'm gonna be in town. We're gonna go down on Bourbon Street."
You know what? That was never me. Everybody that I'm friends with on Facebook and I would always see that like, hey, what's up, such and such city, I'm in town, blah blah blah. I never did that.
Yeah,
I never did that because if I run into you, I run into you. If I don't, I don't. Oh well.
So but what if it's the one person you wanted to see?
Ain't nobody y'all ever wanted.
So you never went on Jack and changed your location?
Oh, now you don't speak English. You got all these languages and you ain't got now.
You know what's crazy? I always forgot about the app when I was utilizing it. I always forgot about it.
Oh, so you just that nigga?
No, I'm just like if I run into somebody and I'm interested, I'm not saying that I don't get down and dirty.
Oh, we know.
Y'all gonna say we clearly know that.
Clearly, that pan don't stand for nothing.
First of all. You know what? I'm gonna move forward.
We'll say that for another episode.
Have you ever moved forward?
Have you ever swallowed?
Have you ever been swallowed?
Have you ever been moved forward?
Oh my god!
But no, I've never been the type to use that app. Never been the type to just go to the city and say, "Hey."
So you went back to the conversation.
Yeah, cause the people want to the people want to follow through.
They want to follow through, or you want to finish
season 3? Follow through.
Well, we're on season 4.
Right, we're clearly on season 4.
Season 4.
Yeah.
So season 5 is follow through.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be like the first episode of season 4, 5?
That's.
Is that what you giving you more than 50%?
That's up to you and your production team. Huh?
Is that where you gonna give more than 50%?
I was gonna say you're the engineer, so you would be part of the production. But okay, I'll let you have that.
Hold on before Nene kick in.
It looked like he brought us another bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Trees Generation.
So that was actually a birthday gift from Chino and Sidonia. That shit. That shit right there. What is that?
Smooth.
Trees Generation. You had a shot.
Trees Generation.
We had to give Nia a shot of that.
No, the fuck you not. I'm cool.
Look, she got.
Listen.
No.
That's not John Bezos.
No, I don't care.
That's not John Bezos.
When random bottles start popping up and some shit that I can't spell,
what do they say?
I'm cool.
I don't eat or drink anything
I can't spell. Okay. Let me tell you something.
You must be the spelling bee champ.
It's called Trey's Generations. Is that what it is?
First of all, that is not how you spell generations.
It's Tres Generaciones.
Tres Generaciones.
Generación. Oh, it's Mexican.
Pardon the correction.
Yes, tequila.
Tres Generaciones.
Yeah, I'm cool on that shit.
Oh, let me
but that's a nice gift.
Let me see that bottle. Yeah. So this is so y'all can see it. Y'all can't see it. That's listed to the podcast.
Put y'all glasses on so y'all can see it.
Let me put my glasses on so I can see it.
It's a tequila what?
It is a tequila respirado.
That sounded a little Italian.
Didn't it? It's a 40% alcohol and 80% proof.
It's me.
80%.
Yeah.
Fucking rubbing alcohol.
She got the itching and shit.
Right.
Did you see her?
She started moving around and got worried.
She got hot. She sweating and shit.
You okay? That wing start itching.
No, baby.
She start patting. Child.
What's that 100 proof alcohol?
She had to adjust her bra strap and everything.
That's the shit you throw on the motherfucker when you get mad at them and throw a match. I'm gonna set your ass ablaze.
It's the 100 proof. What's the 100 proof alcohol?
Ooh. There is one out there.
It is. It's
Is it a tequila?
All I knew was it was vodka. You know, I think it was black label.
Fuck. What is it?
What is the 100?
He was making it with the Jello shots. What the fuck?
Thank you, y'all. I appreciate it. I'm talking to the people on Instagram. A lot of compliments. Again, shout out to the people on Instagram giving the show the love and support.
When I found out the name,
we're having a good time. Oh, Everclear.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That shit.
Thank you, Ace of Hope. Who is Ace of Hope?
Oh, a Face of Hope.
A Face of Hope.
That's my father, Josh.
What's up, Josh? Thank you. See, he know his liquor. He must be drinking that shit, boy.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of Everclear though.
That's rubber alcohol.
I've gone to like parties like when I was younger, and my friends. I used to hang out with a lot of like white boy college students, right? And so they stayed in the complex when we lived in Sacramento. Mind you, I wasn't old enough to be drinking liquor.
We all been there,
but I wasn't old enough to be drinking liquor, right? And these motherfuckers had nothing but fucking 40 ounces. Old English, and fucking St. Ives and Everclear. And like that was when I was being introduced. Now they broke me into drinking. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? Boy, I started seeing this one girl, she was vomiting projectiles. That bitch threw up in the ceiling. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He's like,
St. Ives, Old English, and Everclear, I bet.
She was doing some exorcism shit. I was just like, he said white people drink till death. Yeah, they drank. Everybody passed out. Mind you, I woke up with a fucking hangover. My mom was like, because I got sick, right? So as an asthmatic, that triggered every fucking thing. Had to go to breathing treatment and shit. She's like, that's what your ass get for going around thinking you're grown. But they were like, one of their friends was asleep. They was putting fucking hot sauce on his lips, fucking throwing pennies at his dick because he had a heart on it was sticking out of his boxers. I'm like, y'all niggas gay? Or y'all niggas gay? I was like, I didn't know how to take that. I'm like, is that okay? Should y'all be doing that?
They
I'm like,
call it gay back then.
They didn't call it gay. Mm-hmm. That was just like, oh, we just fucking with him. But who fucks around with a motherfucker's dick? If y'all straight,
curious motherfucker.
How's that okay?
Where are they now in life?
In jail.
Good question.
Strung out somewhere.
You know what?
It's a good question.
Well, shout out to my father, A Face of Hope on Instagram. I love you despite everything.
I want to say a big shout out to Mr. Chaos Leon for joining in. I don't know how long he'll stick around, but it's well known. Social media.
Miss Swerve V, that's Shay Bay.
Porn star. I definitely got to give him that. Who is that?
Shay.
What's up, Shay?
She's still waiting to be on the show.
We're gonna have to bring it. Where's she located?
She on the south side, but she like to talk about that gay lesbian shit. She's a lesbian at heart.
We're gonna have to get a special
episode. I think she back crazy.
We need to bring her in. Lesbian action. Yeah, we need some lesbians on the show.
She back crazy.
Lesbiano.
I love you, babe, but you crazy.
Yeah, I want to hear how about the. I want to hear.
You just made.
What was up with that? What was up with the licking? That how you eat pussy?
That's how I imagine.
You eat booty like that too?
That's how I imagine.
It's like a cat licking milk.
Well, if the fluids,
I was gonna start pouring some catnip in front of your ass for a minute.
If the fluids is tasty,
I'm just saying. I mean,
I can't wait until open mic because it was a conversation. I guess that was recorded at the doctor's office that was sent to me today, and I was like, "Why did you send that to me?"
What was the conversation?
I guess you're not supposed to shave your private parts.
Who said that?
I guess women are not supposed to shave their private parts.
Since when?
It was sent to me. I had to send it to you.
But hair collects bacteria, and I thought it's hygienic.
I mean, but it's not bad to have it either. because I know it was a big
Yes,
thing too.
the fuck it is.
See, we definitely gonna do open mic. That's gonna be something we have to do open mic.
Okay.
So remember that. But before we get, because the next thing we're about to do, y'all, is Mad Libs. But before we jump into that, I want to say that I remember that there was a conversation where people were saying like, oh, they're against like when men shave like their hair. You know, you clean it up. I mean, I do it sometimes. You know, just clean up. You don't have that big. But then you got some people that are into just having this wild jungle going on down there.
That's nasty.
I don't. To me, because there are people that have fetishes. And we'll do an episode on fetishes one day. But they like to have all that busyness going down. Like they're like, what the fuck? Like you can get a weed whacker and go down that motherfucker. I ain't going down in that jungle. Because back in the day, this one girl, you know, you kind of pace yourself, right? You start at the top, you know, you're kissing, sucking on the tits and all that good stuff there, and you work your way down. And I felt like I was following a trail because it started getting a little grassy.
It started right
the grassy.
the
No,
line.
I was like, what the fuck? I don't like to stop.
You was flossing.
I was, yeah, because I had to keep stopping though, because it was just like I'm trying to enjoy the pie, but the pie.
It's dirty.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna say dirty. It was just, it wasn't.
It had a lot of extra bread.
Yeah, it was crumbs. I was having to stop and it's like eating sunflower seeds. Oh, like, but having to spit the shit. I'm like,
you know what?
You cut some of this shit.
Somebody, I'm gonna invent it. I'm inventing it right now. I'm gonna get a.
Don't say it on public.
I'm gonna say it. Go ahead. The pussy brush.
A pussy brush.
What the fuck is that supposed to do?
A pussy brush.
Today, we're going to discuss the pussy brush. Dante, please tell us more about the pussy brush.
Well, there was a time in my life where I was eating pussy. And the pussy was hairy. And every time I went down, I always came up with a mouth full of bush. Have you ever been there with a mouth full of bush?
Actually, Dante, I have. I remember many times I sit there and I'm eating pussy, and for some reason, I start getting these hairs. I'm having to spit out, and I just hate stopping.
Well, people, if this is you, and you come up with bush mouth, the pussy brush is for you. For 5 payments of $9.99.
What will make it even more awkward? You get a hairy bush motherfucker sitting up on the table, and he said, "Oh, this works wonders. I really appreciate how you came up with something. Like what? This is can we test it out?
We can test it out right now. Miss Monet, please proceed."
And I should use her as a guinea pig.
You made a funny. Would you raking them loose hairs with that brush?
Listen.
So does it come with?
Oh wait, you like a bald pussy?
Please and thank you.
Never mind, wrong test subject.
Does it come with attachments?
Can you trim it?
You know they always give you like other shit to have
get,
with it.
Yeah, do you get an extra extender?
Like what do I get with that?
You right. And for the bonus payment of $5.99, you can get the pussy hair remover. One swipe and it's gone.
My Dante, you're gonna put Nair out of business.
Fuck Nair.
This is one of the commercials they played during the Super Bowl.
In 1970.
Get your pushy brush. The more you brush, the less hair you have.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm turning the page. Fucking with y'all. This is how we always drag into 2 fucking hours.
You right.
I'm blaming it on Dante.
I will accept it today.
Today?
I'm for the shit. Now you know that. Don't do that.
I actually think he was responsible for the other times, low key. Just a skosh.
What you looking at me for?
Just a skosh.
Now you know, cause you ain't taking up for. You know I'll be typing this clock, and Rock be like, well,
let me tell you.
You can edit and make it 2 parts.
You know how you know how I know that he was wanting us to watch it this time? Because in the last 4 episodes that we did, that laptop was facing him. So now today he kissed kindly, so effortlessly move that so I can see the time.
No, I did that because Naya. So Naya was like, did it start? Did it start? I'm like, no, we ain't started yet. I'm like, Mark got his cues. When he give us the cue, we'll start it. And so I turned it like this so that everybody can see it.
I still can't see it. I ain't got my glasses on.
You put your glasses on so you can see it.
So before we move into Mad Libs, since you started your infomercial on the pussy brush.
Because the people on Instagram want to know.
Yeah.
What about the pussy brush?
He wants to know how the pussy brush, how will that work?
For 5 payments of $9.99.
So question.
And we have a special going on?
If you
we do have a special.
So if you buy one pussy brush, you get one free?
If you buy 2 pussy brushes, you get 1 free.
Oh, yeah, buy 2.
2 pussy brushes.
For still the same payment? 1
for your mama, 1 for your friend, and 1 for that bitch that you hit on the end.
My cup is empty.
He said he was turning the page and you gonna bring me back with my ignorant ass.
Ignorant ain't the word.
And he was into it though when you said it. He was just like, "What will you bring in?" There you go. A face of hope. He broke it down for you. Wow.
Pussy brush. We'll have that cat purring.
How many colors to come in?
Oh, we got 100 colors.
So, well, actually, before we do, I have a question.
See, now you dragging
it. I'm dragging it. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Now, mind you, don't be upset, but somebody's going to invent it.
When you brush, right, and it removes that loose hair, how do you dispense of it? Like, is it like
it's collected in the brush, so you untwist it and you dump it in the trash.
So you don't have to touch it?
Nope. It collects. It's like a vacuum cleaner.
You put. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. So what if? I mean, hopefully nobody deals with that. But what if they got crabs or something?
Then we recommend that you call 311.
Fuck that. Call 911.
Make sure you contact your local authority.
Okay, contact your local health department.
Okay. At that particular point.
If your hair moving, it ain't cruising, okay?
It's a warning label. This brush does not remove any crabs.
Get you some shit.
Or the herpaderp.
All right, y'all. So what we gonna do?
Oh, okay. Motherfucker, the herpaderp. I ain't drunk enough for this shit. The herpaderp.
You make. I'm sorry. Y'all make it so. So if a motherfucker get that shit, right? They said like, no.
This y'all
it's okay, man. I ain't got nothing. I'm good. It's okay. I just got the herpaderp. The fuck?
Motherfucker, what?
You get a cream. Everybody get a cream.
Everybody get a cream.
Oh,
y'all remember Booty Call when he put on a goddamn plastic wrap? That's gonna be me.
The herpaderp protector.
The full body plastic wrap.
I can't not fuck with you.
This y'all fault because y'all wanted to take a goddamn break.
No break was taken.
I'm talking.
Oh, you talking about the birthday thing?
For your birthday? Yeah, and then we get back
together.
No.
So that you want to be honest?
Who fault is it? You gonna blame me?
Yeah, even though he was celebrating his birthday, he said he reached out to you for a follow-up date. And you said you was gonna take advantage.
What's up, Percy?
Of this break.
Yeah,
because you really needed one
during the weekend. I got me some good sleep. Do you hear me?
Right.
You wanted to say something else.
Technically, it's your fault.
It's okay.
You right.
I told you he got somebody at his house and he don't want us to know.
Ain't nobody at my house. As a matter of fact, I started to tell y'all, come on, let's record at my house.
You act like we would have came. It's 2 cars.
And listen,
he got a Mercedes and I got a little dune buggy.
We would have came by.
And either or both.
Ain't nobody in my house.
You know what?
Well, you could invite us
It's
over.
funny. I'm sorry, y'all. We dragging. I know. Okay, I'm gonna get to it, but I gotta put them out on street because we normally have to do this every episode. We gotta put downtown Front Street. So
No. Say no. We. You.
why you gonna throw that off on me like that?
Because it's your fault.
Oh, Mabel.
You want to hit people with garbage cans.
All these
We would
people
watch.
in this house.
Go ahead, quick.
Look at Mr. Brown out there.
Quick.
Set the whole block on
Go
fire.
ahead. Go ahead, quick.
Hold on, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Those floors
He said,
saying, "Help me."
All right, Mr.
"Look at
Brown.
me like you the bitch."
Uncle Joe, I'm gonna need you to come on. You and Mr. Brown.
So look, so we was. What was we talking about?
Ad libs.
Okay, so what we gonna do?
Then you said before you get to ad-libs, you wanted to do something.
Oh yeah,
So now you with the shit. Now you with the shit.
Oh, hey.
I'm gonna spare you, Dante. I'm not.
Hey,
Gonna,
Percy Young.
I'm not gonna fuck with you today. Okay, so what we gonna do? And
Ain't that about a bitch?
before it's so much to do list. I'm gonna give him a break until we do the matter. I'm coming back for you before we start the actual topic.
Damn.
You know, because we still got like 10 minutes before we get into the topic.
Have y'all ever got in trouble and your mama was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna whip your ass right now.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna get you
We're
later.
gonna get you later. Make you wait for it.
That's what I feel like right now.
Anticipate. No. Beat my ass right now.
Yeah, beat my ass
Let's
right
get
now.
out the way. No. I'm gonna wait till you probably in a good mood, maybe playing a video game, playing with one of your toys,
Get out
maybe
the
outside with
bathtub.
one of your friends playing kickball.
I said y'all was one of them kids that would be cozying up to mama and think she done forgot.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I always thought my mom forgot.
Same.
My mom never forgot shit. Never.
She went good till I'm in that video game.
My grandmother was like that too. Like she would tell you over the phone while she at work, and you be sitting there all day thinking like, damn, she get off at 11. It takes her 15 minutes to get home. Figure out to get my shirt for school. I could be in the bed. She come in that
You
door.
had mapped it out.
I mapped it out horribly because she would come in that door, and she would come through the living room. Back, she would gonna call my government name out loud, but I would just say my name. Rod, I'm like, oh shit, bring your ass downstairs. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Clean the kitchen and stuff like that because she go about that. Now, what did I tell you? I'm like, oh, you remember that?
I thought you had
I
forgot.
thought you forgot. And then after she get through whooping our ass, she turned on her Smokey Robinson album. Tears of a Clown.
Ooh, that's a hell of an ass whipping.
Oh my God, I'm telling you, we were raised properly, but we're going to put that down as another topic. Y'all see how we like to kind of fall off. That's just about having fun. We're going to have to do that. Like how we were raised in comparison to how this generation X and T is raised now.
I
Or
get
the generation
triggered.
Z and the millennials.
I get triggered.
I love
by
y'all.
conversation.
No shade, for real. So what we're gonna do next, for those that are listening, I had asked our Instagram viewers if they could participate. Not forcing y'all, but again, this is why I go live because I want y'all to participate if you can. We'll do Mad Libs. Here is a quick review of what Mad Libs is. In case you've forgotten what adjectives, adverbs, nouns, and verbs are, here's a quick review. An adjective describes something or somebody lumpy, soft, ugly, messy, and short are considered adjectives.
Dante.
An adverb tells how something is done, modifies a verb, and usually ends in ly. Modestly, stupidly, greatly, and carefully are adverbs. You okay, Dante? Sorry. A noun is the name of a person, place, or thing. Sidewalk, umbrella, bridle, bathtub, and nose are considered nouns. So things. Not specific person, place, or things, but actual things.
Vape.
You know, yeah. The vape, a microphone, table,
Anaya.
laptop. That's a person. That's a specific person.
Right.
Yeah.
That's in the room.
You and the Dantas must have went to the same school.
First of all, don't you do my child like
He
that.
admitted it. He
Don't
was,
make no
He
difference.
was like, I failed that. I wasn't
you-
good at English.
Don't you do my baby.
Adonis, you out there?
Sir, ma'am.
Oh, can you bring my bowl?
Don't
a
do
verb.
my child. Mr. Sir, ma'am.
I'm a he, him. Y'all,
They're crazy.
Mr. They, them. Don't do that.
we don't need to indulge before that. Maybe during the show, but not before. We had a little sip, y'all, before
Baby,
we
that's
started.
Shardanika.
Shardanika. Let me continue. I'm sorry. A verb is an act. Y'all, I had actually started getting my nails painted. I'm sorry. I'm going off topic. Okay. So a verb is an action word. Run, pitch, jump.
HBD.
It's where our verbs. You know, there's a song that an artist did called ADHD. Put the verbs in past tense if the directions say past tense. Ran, pitched, jumped, and swam are verbs in past tense. So verb is an action word. Run, pitch, jump, swim.
Swallowed.
D with the D.
Oh, you like to be swallowed.
When a place mean we are sure.
Oh, there's a certain place you like to be swallowed?
No, I'm saying I'm reading.
I knew that.
I mean, I've been doing porn since 2008, so don't be surprised.
You know, a couple of episodes back, we found out some interesting things, but I'm not going to bring that back up.
Oh, Lord, she is attacking everybody today.
Wow.
When we ask for a place, we mean any sort of place, a country or a city. Spain, Cleveland, Chicago, New York.
Atlanta.
Horse City.
St. Louis.
What we won't do?
Nola.
No. Nolans. Chirac. An explanation or silly word is any sort of funny sound, gas, grunt, or outcry like wow, ouch, wump, ick, and gazooks. That's our favorite one. When we ask for a specific word like number, a color, an animal, or part of the body, we mean a word that is one of those things like 7, blue, horse, or dick, or pussy.
Ass.
Miss Word said, I like to be swallowed.
All caps.
When we ask for a plural, it means more than one. For example, cat pluralized is cats.
Pussies. Oh.
Oh, well, we know what you got on your mind.
Clearly. So what we're going to do is Miss Monet is going to let us know what today's Mad Lib is. I would love for those of you that are on live with us on Instagram to participate. Unfortunately, those that are listening to this episode is not able to participate. But one day, we're going to be able to have this podcast going and be able to take phone calls. But until then, we're going to depend on both myself, Dante, and Nye to help with what we need to put in the Mad Lib to make it funny, and the people that are participating with us on Instagram Live. So, Miss Monet, without further ado, what is the Mad Lib for today?
Fable number 1.
Fable, ooh, that one looks long. I heard that once in a while. Like I said, oh, The Rock, that looks long.
It's a nice chandelier.
What's she looking up?
I know. Okay, so what would you like from us first, Miss Monet?
I need a adjective and a noun.
She needs an adjective and a noun. Now, y'all remember when an adjective is a description, a noun is a person, place, or thing, non-specific.
Moist.
That's our adjective. A noun. We're gonna help y'all with the first one. Hopefully, y'all join in. So I'm gonna give a noun. Basement.
A moist basement.
Don't read it. You're gonna ruin it, Brian.
The person in the room and the adjective.
Oh shit.
Naya.
He said that shit quick.
That's fine.
He said-
Payback is a bitch.
He said, "Not today."
Wet.
The adjective is wet.
Oh,
Yeah.
the next one was the adjective.
Yeah. It's fine.
You jumping?
We need another adjective anyway.
Funky.
Oh. What the people saying?
Oh, we
online?
need another adjective.
Ooh, y'all give us an adjective. I'm gonna see if they can give us one on Instagram. We need an adjective.
I don't want to butcher nobody's name. Mr. Richardson.
Jamal Richardson.
Jamar. Okay.
Jamar.
Said I'm loving this English lesson.
Thank you.
Miss Swerve
Give us an
is not
adjective.
funny.
Participation. Tell you what, the next person that gives us one of these, the next two, I will give them a 2-month free subscription to rocksboys.com.
Oh, he loved all this.
Yeah.
Right.
So whoever gives us and participates the most in this ad lib in this episode will get 2 months free. That's 60 days of adult entertainment of rocksboys.com. So I'm gonna be counting when I see the name. We'll give you 60 seconds.
Ooh, child, they not going to work.
We need an adjective.
They gonna be beating that meat.
Jamal is on it. He said dry. So 1 for Jamal. Somebody keep tallying.
Adjective is dry.
Jamal participated. He said something one time, so that's 1. Jamal 1. Everybody else 0.
Let me open up my.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Sanchez said taste. Okay. So, y'all are clouded now.
I can't keep up.
Well,
Wait a minute.
those are your adjectives, Naya. So you can use taste and enormous for your adjective.
Okay, so hold on. Let me fill in my adjectives.
Okay, hold on, y'all.
Taste.
Hold on. You
What
can't
was the
put
other one?
that grow is considered a verb, so we can't count that yet. But I'll keep that. We'll keep that, Sanchez. Appreciate it.
Enormous.
For the next adjective. And then what's the next one you need?
Hold on. Okay, so now we need another adjective.
We don't have. Okay, so is at the top? Because we want to go in order, y'all. For the Mad Lib, we want to go in order. So we need an adjective. We need another.
No. They said grow.
Grow is a verb. It's an action word.
Shit.
So we need an adjective. We need a small. Jamal's number 2. He got 2.
Jamal got 2.
Jamal got
Sanchez
2.
1.
Sanchez 1.
We need-
Miss Swerve got 1, and Sanchez.
So now we are going to need one more adjective, an adverb.
Small, and then Sanchez said.
Then we need one more outside of small.
Grow.
Adjective.
Adjective small.
We got that. We
You got
one more.
enormous. Miss Swerve said enormous.
We got taste, enormous, and small. We need one more.
You got try.
Yes.
Okay, so we need one more. Sanchez, okay, bringing the tie. Come on, he said dazzling.
So Sanchez and Jamal are in the tie.
Sanchez is all the tie. Okay.
So now we need an explanation.
Exclamation. So y'all remember, explanation is like, wow, gazoos, shaboing,
Jankies.
shankies.
Need to go back to Scooby Doo on y'all.
I know, right? Zoinks.
Zoinks.
We'll use zoinks.
What?
Zoinks. That's what Shaggy said
Yeah.
when he's an expert. Zoinks. You ever watch Scooby Doo?
Raggy.
Spell zoinks.
Zoinks.
Z-O.
Ruby Rose.
Z-O.
Inks.
Child. I need 1, 2. I need 2 adverbs and another exclamation.
We need 2 adverbs and explanation right now. Jamal and Sanchez are in a tie. So we need, you said 2 adverbs?
Yeah, so 1, 2 adverbs
We
and
need
another
2 adverbs and an adjective. Y'all remember what an adverb?
No.
No?
2 adverbs and an exclamation.
Exclamation. Okay, so 2 adverbs and an exclamation. Remember, ridiculously. That would be it. Well, yeah, I guess that could be.
So badly.
Oh, hold on. Sanchez ain't fucking right. Not fucking around, are you? Miss Swerve jumping in.
And fast.
Speaking of Sanchez.
Okay, so the rest of them are all nouns.
Okay, so before we start into the nouns, we need a tally. So for all we know is Jamal, Sanchez are in the top 2. They're
Right,
pretty
and then
much
Miss
tied.
Swerve.
And then Miss Swerve. Okay.
Sanchez is 1, number 1, Jamal 2, and Miss
Oh, you keep a tally?
Number 3.
in my head.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 verbs, and we still need an exclamation.
So we need the explanation first. So give us an explanation. Remember, it's a crazy outcry. Like,
We're just gonna do wow.
we need something like, holy fuck.
Okay, well, holy fuck.
Oh, actually, no. I say that. No, actually, we can say that when I say when I like in my pornos. When
No,
I be
it's
like
okay,
butts and
babe.
that, like, oh fuck. You know?
1, 2,
Or when I'm digging them
3,
down, like, oh my
4,
god.
5, 6, 7, 8. We need
Daddy.
we need 9 downs.
We need 9 downs.
A noun is a person, place, or thing.
Not a specific person, place, or thing, but a person, place, or thing. President, shoe.
You might as
bathroom.
well just gonna give it to Sanchez, Jameer, and Miss Swerve, because them the only 3 that has really been participating.
Yeah. Place is a dungeon. Miss Swerve jumped in on it.
All right, we need 8 more.
Chair. So from Jamal Richardson. All right. How many more nouns?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Miss
5,
Swerve said
6, 7.
pants. Jamal said table.
So pants.
He's so PG.
Sanchez said phone. That's a thing. Jamal said sink. And cup.
For y'all to be competing for a subscription to rocksboys.com.
We
Hush.
need 1 more.
A stove. Miss Swerve.
No, we need 1 more.
Now.
Yeah, 1 more now.
Stove.
1 more outside of that.
Oh, you did that. Okay.
Oh, they said dog.
I was gonna say be specific, ma'am.
They are so
So
All right, we're done.
what I want to do first, to those that have Sanchez, Miss Swerve, Jamal, and there was one. Was it 3 or 4?
It was 3. The 3.
What I need y'all to do is go into my inbox, send me a DM with your email address, so that way I can set up your access to the site, and I will email you that. Please remember, when you get your access to the site, do not share your passwords with anyone. All right. There are security measures that are installed into rocksboys.com, especially when it comes to the login, that if the site detects that the login information that you've been issued is being accessed from different IP addresses, it will block you from the site. Okay, so I don't want that to happen. Keep all the dick and booty to yourself. Enjoy it. Don't share it. You worked hard for it. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all participating.
Booty, 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 booty.
Rocking everywhere.
And for the record, Sanchez was in first place.
Oh, was
Go
it?
ahead.
Okay, Sanchez. All right. Well, tell you what. Since that was made known, okay, you the other 2 y'all will still get the 60 days. Sanchez, I'm gonna go ahead and hook you up with 90-day access.
Ooh.
So 3
He
months.
get an extra 30
He get an
days
extra 30
to
days.
beat his dick.
Hi, Quentin.
You
I
put
miss you.
Emphasis on that. So what we're gonna do next? We're gonna go ahead and let Miss Monet read to us.
Fable number 1.
Let's go.
Once upon a time, a moist basement expert named Naya felt wet pain. He sent for a funky surgeon who looked at his dry stomach and said, "Zonk,"
Zoinks!
Zoinks!
and then muttered badly, "I see your trouble. The dungeon on your small stomach is overlapping the chair next to your kidney."
Oh, wow.
The surgeon fast took him to the taste operating room of the hospital. There he made an enormous incision, reaching from the patient's pants to his table. "Holy fuck," said the surgeon. "That takes care of the dazzling foam." With that, he began sewing up the incision. However, on the 10th stitch, the patient sneezed and almost pulled the sink out of the cup. But the surgeon took one final stitch and saved the stove. Moral: a dog in time saves 9.
Wow.
Wait, he pulled the what out of the what? His kidney was overlapping the chair.
On that 10th stitch, the patient sneezed and almost pulled the sink out of the cup. But the surgeon took one final stitch and saved the stove. Moral: a dog in time saves 9.
Wow.
Yeah, y'all fired.
Y'all crazy. So we got I do want y'all email addresses. So when you inbox me, put in your email addresses, and just know that when you get it, I'll work on it tonight after the show. That it might go into your spam because it's going to come from an email address. It'll say support@rocksboys.com. All right. So be sure to check your junk or spam box. It'll be in there. Sanchez, of course, like I said before, you get 90 days access to rocksboys.com. Miss Swerve and Jamal Richardson, you guys will have 60 days. So, like I said, I'll try to do stuff like this. You know, being that I am the owner and CEO of Rockefeller's Entertainment, I can control such things. So, I'll definitely hook y'all up. All right.
I love you, Quentin.
Do y'all want to jump right into it, or you want to take a little break, or what?
We can jump into it.
Oh my God!
Jump to it?
I was hoping.
All right. Here we go.
You wanted a break?
You need a break?
I wanted to go get me a piece of chip or something.
Okay. So what we're gonna do, not from Instagram, so y'all gonna see everything. Those that are tuning into Rockefeller's Radio, we're gonna take a small break, and then when we come back, we're gonna jump into today's episode number 12. What is this called? Moscato?
That's not the name of the episode.
Dating sex workers, adult film entertainers versus content creators. This is episode 12 on Rockefeller's Radio. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
You can't blame Moscato. That was that Nene fucking you up.
It's your boy Playboy Gemini representing Rockefeller's Entertainment and rockboys.com. You can follow me on X at RudeboyJ16, RudeboyJaye16. You can hit the Instagram at RudeboyJ, RudeboyJaye.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Rock Rockefeller, of course, representing Rockefeller's Entertainment, and I'm here to tell you that rocksboys.com, you know about it. You know what we bring, you know what we represent. Got all those hot and sexy boys. Be sure to visit the site, rocksboys.com. Right now, you can sign up, be a member, favorite your videos, favorite your favorite models, all for a low price of $24.97. All right? Get online, get off, do your thing. Make sure you got your lube and shit because you already know what I give some of the hot and sexy boys. Once again, visit rocksboys.com today and become a member. Subscribe, join, get it.
Yo, this your boy Fredo Bangs representing Rockefeller Entertainments at rockboys.com. You can follow me on X at Casper, that's KASPERDAKIDD _ or you can follow me on IG at Fredo Bangs, FREDO _ BANGZZ.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rockefeller's Radio. This is season 4, episode number 12. Dating sex workers dating sex workers, adult film entertainers versus content creators. All right. So we know the conversation has been had many times. We know that we all are on social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, mostly X, because we see all the drama and everything that goes down with things that happen, you know, in I guess in this crazy world, and now even more so, the attention to sex workers has been brought to the forefront on many different levels. Not just, you know, and we'll get to it one day. Not just when it comes to personal lives or relationships, but even in political aspects. It's also been brought to the forefront, and even more attention has been brought up. But today, we're going to discuss relationships. And there is a difference. And I'm sure people, when they saw that, what's the difference? You know, sex worker to sex worker, and how people handle things in relationships is the same. Actually, to me, it's not. And everybody's entitled to their opinion. But on Rockefeller's Radio, I'm going to be speaking facts. That's all I do is facts, because I know what I've seen. I know what I've heard. I know what I've been through. Just for clarification, so everybody knows, adult entertainers are people such as myself, Tiger Tyson, Castro Supreme, Thugzilla, people that started in the industry working with studios and companies and stuff, and We had to do what we need to do, and as far as being performers, and whether it be acting, whether it be like certain skits or something, we did what we need to do to make things what it was. Versus content creators is what it is now. What it is now is more like it's more, I guess, as for content creators, more like people that OnlyFans. Like, I don't want to say amateur, because I give credit where credit is due. That people that get out here that do like OnlyFans, just for fans, Fansly, all these different fan sites where they're not working with a particular studio, but they're creating their own content. And this is all has to do with what is it like, or what people have to go with to, or what it's like for them to deal with dating or being with someone that is either an adult film entertainer or content creator. And from what I've observed, it's a different aspect, because there are things that I know that adult film entertainers would or would not do versus what I see on social media that content creators do. And it's not to drag anybody under the bus, but I think content creators make themselves more known when it comes to relationships and how they deal with those relationships, more public than adult film entertainers. Now, before I bring in Naya and Dante and get their opinion and perspective on things, everybody knows the relationships that I've been in. I've dated maybe 5. Sorry. Meaning, I've dated 5 people, just look right off the back, that were involved in the industry. Either we started dating before and then they got involved, or we dated and they were already in the industry. Those relationships did not dissolve because of the industry. Those dissolved because of just issues that may have existed or, came up upon while the relationship. And some might say that it could be because of just the different things that were going on in the industry that the individual did. And I don't mind going into it, because I'm not with these people anymore. And in one case, unfortunately, that caused that relationship to not be. And then, which is why, like, now I said personally, I will never date somebody else that's in the same field of work that I'm in, for my own personal reasons. And I will go into that further into the show. So feel free to jump in. If you're on Instagram, you're tuning in. Dante, Naya, let's go ahead and dive into it.
I'm sorry.
I know y'all get something. And you're not just here for the comments, ma'am.
I am. I'm only here for the comments. But yeah. I just had a fangirl moment because RuPaul Drag Race legend Trinity K. Bonet joined your...
Thank you, Trinity. Yay, clap my hands. Okay,
go
awesome.
Ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I was over here losing my mind. You wouldn't see all that.
I did. Everything's going by so fast.
I know, but I seen it.
Thank you, Trinity.
Hi, Trinity.
Appreciate
I'm a big
you.
fan.
If y'all don't know who it is, make sure y'all follow her. She just chimed in. You can see her thing under this. Trinity K. Bonet. TRINITYK Bonet. Make sure y'all follow her and show her some love. Appreciate her for joining into this live session. So,
and Nolan's is here too.
Who is it?
Chris. Karaoke with Chris.
What's going on, Chris? Nolan's. So it can be a touchy subject. Question, just kind of kick things off. And y'all, those of you that are on live, that are tuned in on Instagram, Dante, would you date someone that is in the industry or a content creator?
I have.
Oh, you have. You have.
I've actually dated a couple people that have been in the adult entertainment world.
Now, was it with them being in part of as a sex worker? Was that something that caused? I mean, are you still with them?
No.
Did you swallow? No, just man. But were there things that during your relationship, and if this is getting into your business, feel free not to disclose anything you want.
But right, I'm an open book.
You open? Are you open?
Yeah, I'm an open book.
Okay.
How open?
Not too open.
Okay. Well, put the buffer on when you feel it needs to be a little filter. You put a filter.
I appreciate that, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. So for you, I guess tell us a little bit for you what it was like.
Well, I had no issues with dating a person that's in the adult entertainment industry. I had restrictions about certain access to me after directly being involved in, like, you know, like if they were just in a scene, you know, obviously I'm like, you know, I don't want to be intimate, like sexually intimate.
Is that particular day, or was there a time limit of when you would like want to engage?
Yeah, I'll say, you know, there probably was a time limit. I really don't recall the exact time limit, but I definitely did not want to be sexually intimate, and I want to put emphasis on sexually intimate, and we can get into this later, but because there's different levels of intimacy,
right,
with a partner, and so I did not want to be sexually intimate with them right after they filmed.
Rhetorical, but you can answer it. Why not?
Well,
and I don't mean like soon as they got through doing the scene, come home, but like, come on, let's fuck, let's have sex. But I mean, just that day they come home and the normal thing, like, we're a couple, let's what's up, you know.
Well, number one, for hygienic reasons. You know, I'm not a germaphobe, but I'm like a little bit of a, like, when you just with somebody else, like, I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
You know, and so two, obviously, you know, I work in public health, and so I did have concerns about, you know, public health issues. So, like, obviously, there, you know, needs to be a time frame, you know, because I don't know the practices of everybody, and because, you know, people who are into content creating, like, it's different from when you in, you know, the actual industry, and where, you know, most you know, adult entertainment companies, well, I don't know if they, but they used to, you know, make sure that it ended.
Majority of them do.
Okay.
I can't speak for anybody else. I can speak for Rockefellers Entertainment.
Yeah, there's some newer companies that isn't really concerned about the sexual health of individuals.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. For those that are tuned into Instagram Live, any questions that you have, go ahead and post them. Myself, along with Dante and I, are going to be watching, so we'll make sure we try to go back and get your questions so we can get them answered. But I'm sorry, go ahead, Dante.
Yeah, no, it's good. So, you know, and I didn't really want to put too much restrictions on certain partners that I dated, but definitely it was just like, okay, well, if you get involved, you know, sexually, whether it's, you know, filming, or, you know, what have you, like, you gotta, you know, we just need some time in between us being sexually intimate, from the time that you know, did your scenes or whatever.
So was this person, because the spectrum is broad when you say sex workers, and I hate when it gets it, because it's for me, it's too encompassing. When you say sex workers, you're like, that includes adult film entertainers, content creators, escorts. It's like, I don't want to be a part of that. Like, this is what I do. This is how I do things. Like that. So, was this person that you're dating? Were they doing like kind of all three? Were they escorting and filming, or? You
know what's crazy? Because you know, and I guess I kind of want to break it down. Like, am I like mine or whatever? How I look at it. So, sex work for me is like anybody who gets involved sexually for compensation. And it doesn't matter like how you doing it, if you're on camera, off camera,
it's all
privately,
sex work.
Exactly, it's all sex work if you're being compensated for sexual activity.
But the precautions that are taken is based on that's when it's broken down, whether it's adult film, you work for a studio, with content creating, as like you're filming you and another person escorting, with a lower thing, because now nothing's been filmed. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah, you know, it's different. You know, it breaks down into everything. Like, because then there's, like you mentioned, adult entertainers. You can be an adult entertainer and not be a sex worker.
Explain that for me.
For instance, you hired, when you were...
Oh, I mean, as a producer.
Well, no, when you were doing the parties at the club.
Right.
You hired dancers.
Okay.
Not all of your dancers were models for Rock Boys.
Right.
They were, you know, some of them were just dancers.
Right.
And so that is a form of, you know, go-go dancing or stripping. adult entertainer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're doing sex work.
Okay, so that within itself, right, wouldn't be classified as sex work.
But they are adult entertainers.
But they're adult entertainers. So, with that being said, right, you have your adult because there are some people that do adult entertainment, right, on the part of like dancing, and you got people.
Is she asleep?
She waited for her moment. I'm sorry, y'all. You had to see it to believe it, but because and just keep me on track. I remember back in the day when I kind of my early days of getting into the industry, there was so many people, hypocrites. Oh, you do this and do that, but they were dancers or strippers, you know, and it's just like, okay, well, I mean, you're doing your thing, but then later down the line, they was doing filming and fucking and taking dick and all that shit. So with the separation of those people that you would classify probably as sex workers, adult entertainers, do you think that would still be a complex or an issue if that person was, say, a dancer?
Listen, I don't have an issue with anybody or anything that they do. My thing is that if you are, doing transparency, be transparent with your partner. Because as a person who's not in the adult entertainment world or industry, it's like I'm on the outside looking in, right? Transparency and communication. You got to communicate with your partner. Even if your partner is in the industry, you still have to communicate and be transparent with them about, what's going on and because without communication, everything is going to fail.
Absolutely.
The government cannot even be the government without communication. Systems fail without communication. Even in this computer, parts have to talk to each other because without them talking to each other, it would not function the way that it needs to.
Right.
And so the same thing goes for relationships. If you are not communicating, even if your partner is not in the is not a sex worker or in the adult entertainment industry, communication is going to always be key.
And we spoke on that many times. Ms. Monet.
So there's 2 questions waiting.
Oh, well, let's get those questions real quick.
Jamal says, does working in the industry make dating difficult? I personally wouldn't be okay with my partner sleeping with other people. What, if any, boundaries do you all set?
Well, okay, so 2 parts. I'm going to break down the first one. Does working in the industry make dating difficult? I believe that it depends on the person. It depends on your ability to be open-minded, because when you get with someone, as they say, you know what you're getting yourself into. You've seen it, you saw it, you understand it, supposedly. So the question could be bounced back to you. Are you sure that this is what you want to do? Because as I've said before in interviews that I've done, and other podcasts that I've been on, and people ask me in relation to how it works, it's just that, well, that's the question. You know what you're getting into. You're not going to stop because you asked me to, unless you're going to plan on, bringing home the bacon and taking care of everything, including bills and my responsibilities financially, which I don't ask somebody to do that. But you understand what you're getting into when you jump into that pot. The water's hot. All right. You said you can tolerate it and you can deal with it. So you can't come into that picture with any expectations as long as y'all have a communication. As long as you have communication and you understand, you set boundaries. At that point, yeah, boundaries have to be set because you're in a relationship with somebody. So you said that you wouldn't be okay with your partner. And see, when you sit up and say you wouldn't be okay with your partner sleeping with another person, you have to step out that mindset. Yeah, you have to step out the mindset of saying, I'm not okay with my partner sleeping with somebody else. One, they're not sleeping with this person. Okay. And that's just being as direct as you can. And that's, to me personally, that's a closed-mindedness of it, because then that kind of shows a little bit of insecurity. Because you know that you're dating somebody that's in the industry or they're a content or a sex worker, right? So you have to kind of find some way to feel out if that's something that you're going to be comfortable with. Or I can't say he's sleeping with them because, one, they're not doing it behind your back. Two, it's being filmed and recorded for the entire world to see. So it's not something that's being done to be malicious or, to be mean towards you or anything like that. So they're not really sleeping with that person. And there's more into that, but I want to jump into the next question. You said, what boundaries do you set? The boundaries that you set, again, as Dante harped on, is the communication. These are the things I'm okay with you doing what you're doing, but I'm not okay with kissing, or I don't want you doing any bareback videos. I'm not gonna lie. In the industry nowadays, it wasn't as much as it used to be.
It's a standard.
It's a standard. It's what sells. That's what a lot of studios go for. There are some, very few, companies that still film condom-based porn, but those that don't go through the extra measures of getting people tested, making sure they go through these companies that do the testing to where the information is sent to the studio or the company to show that this person, is clean or not really. I don't say clean, but they're not infected with any type of STI, or they're taking the necessary precautions to make sure that they're ready to perform. So that would be, again, a communication that would have to be had between you and your partner to determine if you're going to be with this person. Maybe you need to have that conversation prior to, you know what I'm saying? So if you plan on talking to somebody, damn well they do porn, right? Whether it be as a content creator or as an adult film entertainer, you need to already be setting yourself up for, like, okay, this is what I'm gonna have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be around other people. They're gonna be going to events or parties. You can simply say, hey, you can do this. I'm not okay with you doing sex parties. I know this may be something that some studios do. Rockefeller's Entertainment does not, because it's just too much risk in that. For me, I don't knock it, but do what you do to make you happy. But I don't do it. I would not want to put my guys in situations like that. Because it's just too much shit to have to worry about. But you have to be comfortable with it. And it may be somebody that you really, really like, but sometimes love, you have to make sacrifices. Like, I really like this person, but I'm not okay with what they're doing. Then move on. Move on, because a lot of us that have been doing it for so long, there's no way in hell that you're going to be change that person's mind, especially if that's what brings in the meat and potatoes, and because they're passionate for doing it. Exactly. That's just like if I went to a person and say, or was I, no more drag shows with you, or I went to my babe, hey, no more working in the restaurant industry. I don't like it. I don't like you being around people, just not doing it for me. That's wrong for me to do.
Yeah, I
you know
love
what I'm
you,
saying? Yeah, deuces. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. And but me, I would never ask my partner not to do something that they have a passion for. You know what I'm saying? I would never ask a best friend like, yeah, I don't think you should do drag shows anymore. I tell my friend downtown, I don't think you should work in the, dealing with people in social services or public health. That's just, I would never do that. To me, that's just selfish.
Well, speaking of that, I think this next question was for Dante, because it's asked by A Face of Hope. Does being in public health cause you to feel like it's a double standard? I'm asking because I have been in public health community and I've dated porn stars that even went to a raw sex party.
I don't think it's a double standard. Like I think I know what you're trying to ask, but no, I'm gonna say no, because working in public health, just like any industry, you're gonna have your stuff that you like, and it may be contradictory to your field of work, but what you like and what you are into should not it shouldn't really affect your work. Me dating individuals in the sex industry, like that doesn't it doesn't bother or affect my work that I do in public health. My job in public health, and more specifically in raising awareness for HIV, AIDS, and STIs. As a matter of fact, I got a direct connection to the people who are involved who should be aware, because y'all are, you're in sex work, and it's like, like we mentioned earlier, there are some companies that do not prioritize sexual health. And so, I could potentially even work with these companies and say, hey, you guys are not prioritizing sexual health, and I think it's highly important for you to prioritize sexual health. And as a matter of fact, I can facilitate a workshop or even come and do a presentation for your guys or girls or whatever, whatever company it is, and talk about the importance of knowing your status and getting tested regularly, especially when you're in sex work. So I don't think that it's a double standard. I don't think that it's contradictive either. So and if you go to raw sex parties, go to raw sex parties, but know your status, know who you're having sex with, and make sure that these are individuals who also know their status and who's getting tested regularly.
In addition to that, to piggyback on what Dante said, is that understanding that whether it be that or whether it be getting into the industry, it's just like it's put into the model release forms or contracts that we have for Rockefellers. There's a risk. Always a risk anytime that you are engaging in sexual contact with another person. So you've got to always keep that in mind, that the risk is always there. It's not saying that the person has anything, but in your mind, mentally, you have to always know or keep that somewhere in your back of mind that there's always a risk. It says, I make sure that I put that in there on the first side, because it's a two-sided model release contract, is that, hey, you're having sex. You got, even when you're not doing it on porn, when you're going out here having sex with people, there's some point from the time you get in your car or get in the Uber or whatever to the time you get to where you're going, when those clothes are coming off, that there's a little bit of like doubt in your mind, like, damn, I really want this dick, I really want this ass. It's a possibility this person ain't been honest with me. And then at that point, that's when you're trying to decide whether you want to take the risk. And when you do it, you're taking a risk. You're taking a risk, and that's just, full transparency and knowing and understanding. And what Dante made a good point, and one of the problems, right, that I've always had is that people will always try to direct the issues about especially when contracting or passing STIs, to the industry, when the majority of the time the issues come from when these performers are not filming and they're interacting with people outside the industry, right? And they do things, but they don't get themselves checked out. And those studios or companies that are negligent on getting them checked out or asking them all to get themselves tested and bring the proof when they come and having sex with the person. Like, oh, well, this person got me. So now it's like, oh, well, I got this SCI when I was working with the studio. No, bitch, you had it before you did your scene. And you came and did this and infected this other person. So that's how that happens. But we can't, disclose that information because we have to follow, HIPAAs. But at the same time, we know that it happens.
And let me just take a moment to educate people. Most tests takes up to 3 months before it can detect. Most instant tests, they take up to 3 months before it can detect an HIV infection. And even the most advanced test, which is the 4th generation test, I believe it can detect HIV antigens, which is the protein that makes up the virus. It can detect that within 12 to 24 days, but you still have that window period. Okay, you still have that window period in which it's not able to detect. And even with the antigens within that short window period, 12 to 24 days, what happens before that 12th day? What if you're on your 11th or 10th day?
Right.
And then what if you're after that 24th day?
Or what if you're coming in contact within those 24 to 12 days with someone else that might be carrying the virus, and then their viral load may be higher than the person that you may do, or not at all, and then at that point you're carrying.
Exactly. There's like a little, like I say, even with the most advanced test, the 4th generation test, you have 12 to 24 days before, for the window period before it can detect the antigen. And then if you're outside that window period, there's still a short gap of time in between the 90 days when it can detect the HIV antibody. And so you still have those windows in which things can't be detected, and so during that window period where you can like, oh yeah, I went and got tested, but it's like if you're HIV negative and you're in the sex industry, get on PrEP.
Right. Absolutely.
I'm gonna just take the opportunity to say that.
But see, that's one of the questions. Like during the application process, even when the people applying for Rockefeller's Rocks Boys, one of the questions, you know what I'm saying, ask you flat out, what's your status? If not, are you on PrEP? You should get on PrEP. I encourage you to do it. You know what I'm saying? That way you can protect yourself. Going into the next question, somebody had asked,
which was Sanchez. When dating someone in that type of career, how do you keep the spark in the relationship going?
That's a good question.
So before you answer that, JP_image made a statement. You have to realize when dating someone in the same as dating someone, I guess they were saying, is the same as dating someone in the industry. If there was no spark, then there will be none. And it's their 9 to 5. When they clock out, they clock out.
Disagree.
At the end of the day, they just regular person.
I disagree. I'm sorry. Love you dearly, JP. That's what's one of my friends. I completely disagree.
Hi, JP.
I disagree.
I agree with JP.
Well, it's not the same.
Well, no, I think he meant to say isn't the same.
You have to realize when dating anyone, well, I mean even someone or anyone, is the same as dating someone in the industry. It is the same. If there is no spark, then there would be none. That's not true, because it. And correct me if I'm wrong, JP. You're thinking of the person that was asking the question is asking if you get into if a person's in the industry and then they're having sex with somebody on film and then they have a partner, if that changes. No. This is a problem, right? I'm so glad they asked the question.
Come on, America.
This is a problem.
America, we have a problem.
This is right. America, we have a problem. So here's the issue, and I said this even from day one when I started. People don't know how to separate the two, and this will also go into the whole thing with the content creators and all these problems and fights and issues that we always see on social media. And I think sometimes it gives a bad name to the industry as a whole, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Is that you have to understand, as an adult film, and I'll say this for me as an adult film entertainer, a former adult film entertainer, is that I've always kept the two separate. It's not a 9 to 5. It's a professional career that you deal with. You know that your job is to perform and sexually interact with other people, right? This is a person that you're performing with on camera to provide this or create this fantasy or this illusion for those that like to watch it. You're not having sex with this person for your own personal pleasure. That's the problem with a lot of people that are, and I hate to say it, content creators, because they're doing it for their own personal pleasure or for financial gain or both, right? Not thinking in as like, I want to create this content for people to enjoy and visually fantasize whatever they like and imagine what this could be, right? Then when you leave or you stop filming, from my perspective, I go home to my partner. That's the person that I love, care about, and we do what we do. I'm not thinking about what I did, right? This is the person that I have an emotional attachment to. Emotional, mentally, sexually, everything, right? So, and it takes a lot to be able to have that mindset to separate the two. I get what JP is saying, and that's why I was saying I disagree, because there are people out there that can't do it, and that's why they have these problems, and they're always fighting. And you see these videos on social media fighting in the street, or you did this with that person because you're in your feelings because this person filmed with what? They filmed with who? And you watch the video and now you're feeling some kind of way because they did this. It's not done the proper way, and they're so quick to think about, oh, they want this person they want to fuck this person. So your thought, right? You were wanting to fuck this person. You're wanting to have sex with this person. You're not thinking, oh, I would like to create this fantasy. I would like to work with this individual. And then when you leave, it's a detachment. I detach from everybody I film with. Like, for example, me and Remy Mars created that illusion, and people thought like, oh, They look great together. Yeah, we do. We're good friends. That's how I've always considered Remy. You know what I'm saying? Even when we were on film. Now, if I'm not in a relationship and we're off camera and Remy what the fuck, then that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? But it was never anything that was done unprofessionally outside of that. So when we weren't filming, that switch was turned off. It was professional. I'm going home to my boyfriend. There's nothing anybody can say or do that's going to make me change anything different. Hey, we should link up. Yeah, not happening. You know what I'm saying? So I get where JP is coming from and how he could see it that way. But yes, when you stop working, that's how it is. Mm-hmm. Everybody don't think that way though. And I get where he said that if there was no spark, then there would be none. That's not true. The spark is going to be there. If you care about the person that you're with and you're in the industry, like I said, there is no motherfucker that's going to make me be able to change how I feel toward my partner.
You know, I wanted to chime in on that too.
Yeah, go ahead.
To answer Sanchez, it kind of goes to what JP was saying too. Like, if there was never like really an authentic spark with this individual that you're dating, then you're not going to be able to hold the spark. And so to keep that spark going, like, that's up to you all. I feel like when you're dating somebody who's in the industry, you have to have your insecurities in check. Mm-hmm. All right, your insecurities have to be in check, or they have to be null and void. Right. Because at the end of the day, if you cannot, you know, going back to like what you were saying, Rock, like, this is their job.
Right.
This is something that they doing, and it's like also the person that you're dating have to be in the mindset as well that what they're doing is work. Mm-hmm. Okay, and they're not establishing any connections with the people that they're connecting with on film. Right. And it shouldn't be anything outside of that, just filming.
Right. And sometimes it's nothing wrong with your partner saying that, like, long as they know that this is just business. Mm-hmm. And they don't try to take it up, because if they do, that's completely disrespectful.
Absolutely.
And within right, that partner will be, you know, in the right to be upset, but also have confidence in your partner to know that they're going to check the individual. Like, look, you know, I shouldn't even have to tell you that I'm in a relationship.
Exactly.
We're on camera. That's business. Exactly. That's work. You shouldn't even be asking me anything outside of that.
Exactly.
You know, but yeah, that's, and as Shansha said, how do you keep the spark? I'm gonna let you go again.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, if whatever initially attracted you to that person, mm-hmm. then you focus on that and keep focused on that.
Right, you should stay focused.
Exactly, and you build on that. Just like when you dating someone who isn't in the industry, mm-hmm. whatever attracted you to that person, that's your foundation, and you build off that. All right, mm-hmm. and you stay focused on the empire that you building. Right, with that individual, no matter what they're doing. Okay, just like when a person goes to the hospital, if they work at the hospital and they go into the hospital and they might run into a doctor and the doctor might start crushing on them or whatever. That whatever they got going on at work is what they got going on at work. But as long as they know mm-hmm. to keep a person in line, mm-hmm. like, hey, I understand you have an attraction to me, right? But I am in a relationship, right? And I love my partner, all right? And I do not see myself stepping outside of that. Period. And you have to respect that. Right. We can get our job done, mm-hmm. and we go our separate ways. Right.
We can always be cordial.
Exactly. So no matter what industry you're working in. So, and I think that, like Rock was saying, there's individuals who don't know how to separate the work and the sex.
Yes. That's, look, let me tell you. Let me tell you. And some people would think that I don't say think I'm wrong, but I feel the way I feel. And a lot of times I tell models, you know, and I can tell, I'm an Aquarius, I can tell when people are building feelings or some type of a bond with a person. And it's not even a bond. It's just like in the beginning, just because you put your dick in somebody or a person puts a dick in you and you kiss. I mean, here's my thing, right? I'm not big on models kissing during scenes. I'm not going to say that for everyone. It just depends on the models that's involved. I'm not saying they're a bad person, but it's just my view or my feel like, yeah, I don't know if that would be a good idea for you to kiss too much. Maybe a little here and there. But this here, eye contact. When you put your dick in somebody, let me say it again for the folks in the back. When you put your dick in somebody, or your penis, or someone puts their dick or penis in you, and you turn around, or you looking up, first problem, you're looking too long. Eye contact shouldn't go no more than 3 seconds, maybe 2. That's the first. I'm gonna tell you, this is just for me being a producer and filming.
Okay.
Right. These are the things I peep that happen. Looking too long, because now you're establishing a connection, intimately, more than just having sex with the person. Then when you start kissing that person, that's established another bond, right? These are for those that can't handle it, right? Because you got your mature people, you know, I call it your mature intimate people. Then you have your immature intimate people, right? And then so you have one they're inside you, y'all have had that connection, eye to eye contact, way too long. Now y'all kissing. Then you start whispering shit, whispering.
Okay, now whispering. See, now I'm with you when you're right.
What? I'm just saying, whispering. But I'm speaking it all in reference to filming wise.
But as a consumer, I'm going to say as a consumer, you know, we know when actors have a connection or is trying to portray a connection.
You should right. Okay, I want you to finish, but now important factors. You got to have chemistry with the person you work with.
Absolutely.
But there's a difference in knowing we have chemistry to be able to make it work. Nobody asked you to fall in love with this motherfucker.
Right. But as an actor, as a porn actor, I feel like you should be portraying, you know, make us believe.
The illusion.
Yeah, the illusion. Exactly. Now, if you don't know how to give an illusion and don't know that your partner in the scene is giving an illusion, and if you get confused and get feelings, maybe you are in the wrong industry.
Because let me make it perfectly clear, right? There's nothing wrong with liking the person that you're working with, right? Because you need to be able to like this person to keep your dick hard, or to be able to let this person continue being inside you, or to be able to.
Or you can hate that motherfucker.
You can hate that motherfucker.
Depends on what makes your dick hard.
It depends on what you like doing, right? But at the end, as Sanchez stated earlier, you have to know, you got to be able to turn that shit off. Like, do it then. But then outside of that, there's nothing else. There's no relationship. There's nothing should be, unless you're single. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Nobody gives a shit. But hey, let's exchange numbers. We should keep in contact with each other. Let's go out and have drinks together. Then now we have a problem. We work for the same studio company. We're building a bond, a relationship. God forbid they go at it with each other, right? They fall out, get together, break up. But they work for the same company, then they ask to do a scene together. They can't because they don't like each other no more.
But see this is what I don't think you know
it's happening. That's why I say that.
I know. But I don't. But I feel like if you can be professional, if you can keep your professionalism and still establish a personal connection with someone in the industry that you met during it, filming. I think that's okay, but you have to know how to keep your professionalism. And so, first of all, nobody should know.
Number one.
That's number one. If y'all are going to establish a connection,
keep it to yourself.
Keep it to your motherfucking self.
Because I tell people, I don't want to know about it. Don't let me find out about it. Don't let me find out.
The problem that happened before was that somebody didn't know how to keep no shit to themselves.
Diarrhea at the mouth.
Okay, listen. And so, and the other party I know for a fact would have took that shit to the grave. And so that was the issue. And it's like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
You actually do.
No.
You know what the fuck you're talking
But keep
about.
it, keep it to yourselves, and then when it's time for y'all to film again, if it didn't work out, learn how to be professional, right? And there's many ways to go about this. Okay, obviously, you can take your honey pack. If it ain't gonna work for you, if you can't. But even then,
okay, maybe that will work for some people, but I can read the room. Like, I'll know. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'll know.
And see, that's where their acting abilities come in. Because if you don't have acting abilities, then again, porn may not be what it used to be, where there used to be like a whole little dialogue and everything leading up to the sex scene. Nowadays, a lot of people just jump right into it, which is cool. But you still need that level of acting. Because whether you like this person or not, if y'all are paired together, obviously the producer or the director paired y'all together because they see something beneficial out of you and, and this other person being in this pair.
Right.
And so learn how to act.
Right. Or the chemistry was seen that, y'all got great chemistry from what I saw.
Exactly.
Had no idea y'all was fucking married with children. And it dipped off. Jamal Richardson said something. He asked a question. Let's see, Miss Monet can get that for us. Where it's at. Have you ever? You said, have you ever caught feelings? You read that one?
Have what?
You said, have you ever caught feelings for want of a better phrase for a person you were intimate with on camera? Has a person you were intimate with on camera reached out and wanted more? Absolutely. Okay, I go back to Marie Mars. Again, we were like really cool, really tight, really close. I don't say he reached out. It was mutual because I wasn't in a relationship then, and it was just like it kind of happened. But again, I'm okay with that. If I'm not with anyone, it's open season. You do whatever you want to. But I think and I feel that if you're in a relationship, and even then, if you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship, if someone reaches out to you afterwards, you have to make that decision as an adult. Is this going to be a good idea for me to link with this person afterwards? Do I really want to get involved with them on that level? Do I like them like that? I got to think about my career or my position in working with this company or studio. How is this going to affect it? These are things that you have to think about as an adult and where you want to be. That's no different than when you're working in the industry as an adult film entertainer or content creator. When you have sex with people, you have to think about your position. Like, you can't be going out here fucking every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and then you got a scene to do in a week. So that means you're going to have to wait, go get tested again, because I'm going to ask you, when's the last time you had sex? Because I know you gave me a test or something, but when's the last time? And people will, be honest. There's some honest people out here like, then we're going to have to reschedule. You fucked 4 days ago. The test you gave me was before then. I'm going to need you to get tested again. Oh, I'm good. Okay. Go get tested. This is for both you and the person you're going to perform with and me. Because you put my business in jeopardy. And I can't have that. You know what I'm saying? You put this person's life, and their body in jeopardy. I cannot have that. So
Sanchez made a statement. It's
Wait.
all about professionalism. We're here to make our money. Nothing wrong with being friendly.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with being friendly. I mean, and I'm not telling people to be a dick. Don't be an ass. Like Dante said, be professional. That's what it's all about. And that's going into, when we look on social media, mainly X, we see all these content creators going at it with each other, fighting each other, recording fights and shit like that. I get it, things happen, but when you're dealing with and you're putting your relationship, right, out in public's eye, you're giving them the okay to talk about whatever it is that y'all are going through. And then you're also inviting other people to become involved. I had that one time. I had my relationship put in public. I said I will never do it again. Because people were inboxing me like, oh, your dude's a Twitter whore. That's before it changed to X. Because they were telling me, oh, he inboxed me, blah, 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 blah. You know, I was like, you know, I had no choice. I couldn't do nothing but laugh because it was funny as fuck. But they were telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, oh, wow. Yeah, they're really trying to bury your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I did question them. I asked them, I was like, what are they talking about? Why are you a Twitter whore? Why are they saying this? You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, but they show me messages to the conversations that you had with them. So I'm coming to you just to ask you, what the fuck is this? You know, but who is this? RondyWhite5gmail.com 7 said, have anyone you worked with became obsessed with you? I'm assuming to ask you, if we worked with anyone that became obsessed with them and try to follow you home? I can ask any of y'all that. I'll let y'all answer first and I can answer. Nah,
yeah, let's start with her. She hasn't been.
Have you ever had somebody follow you home from the club?
No.
You sure?
Very positive.
Are you 100% sure? You sure don't want to think about that?
I don't need to think about that messy Marlena.
So you've never been swallowed?
You've never been swallowed.
I have not.
No one ever pulled up at your home and try to make sure they got home safely?
But it was done.
Ah, there it is. Okay, I was just wondering.
Because now you're trying to be messy.
What? Dante
you're trying to be messy.
Dante started it.
Both of y'all. But no, you're trying to be messy because you know why that transpired the way it did.
Do I?
Yeah, you do. I just never had a random person follow me home.
I guess they're not.
Was that the question? Random?
I don't think the question was random. Let me go back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. We're looking on Instagram. See what it is. They said a person, anyone. I think that encompassed random people.
Anyone you worked with became obsessed with you and asked or tried to follow you home?
And the answer is no. Messy.
She gonna stick with that. That is so cute for you.
Thank y'all so much for joining us this week.
We're not done.
Yes, the fuck we
At this point, we got a whole 25 minutes. We're playing catch up.
You're playing catch up.
Go ahead, Dante. You gonna say it?
No, I wasn't gonna say.
You gonna say something?
He's definitely had a motherfucker follow him. Oh.
Did you?
No, I ain't had nobody follow me home.
You're a lie. You had a motherfucker waiting on you outside your door.
Come here. Get in my ear, cause that remind me.
Oh, now you need to remind him.
While Dante try to figure that out and remember, we're gonna circle back. Sanchez said that it's all about the professionalism. We're here to make our money.
I read that one.
Nothing wrong. But see, here's the other thing.
Here you go with the hand.
Moving hands. The other thing is, I was talking to a guy that was asked about questions about being a rock boy. Is that even then, people still to me, and it can be a separate topic, are blind about just being in that mindset about making the money. Never being in the industry should never be totally focused on about how much money you're going to make, because then that, to me, that takes away your focus on being able to create the actual illusion of fantasy what people want, because your mind is solely focused on how much you get to do what you want to do. You chose to do this. You wanted to do this. And then after the fact, the part, how much money we get for it? You already fucking sucking dick and eating ass and swallowed for free. But then when you get in front of a studio or another or a content creator, it's like, well, how much I'm getting? I know what I'm worth. Obviously you don't. Obviously you don't know what you're worth. And then to even sit up and put yourself in a category like that, like
what Jasmine Matters? What's it? Jasmine Matters? What'd she say?
Jasmine Matters.
What did she say?
And a who?
And a who?
Oh, you talking about? I'm just saying. I had to throw that out there. Yeah, that's it. It should never be about that. It should never be anything about you know, when you're getting into something, you should never make it all. The goal, of course, is to benefit from it and profit from it and stuff like that. But don't make that your only reason as to why you're doing something. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
like,
the motivation for them.
Some of them, it is the motivation, because I do know people, and I have spoken with people. For example, there's a couple of my guys. For example, Fredo Bangs, Playboy Gemini. It's not solely about the financial aspect of it, but the fact that, you know, the attention and knowing that what you're doing is making people happy and they like watching you and seeing you in the news, seeing you have sex. Because, I mean, no shade to nobody. There are certain things that people can't do or don't have access to, but to be able to see these particular, you know, individuals perform sexually is like, oh my God, like, I like this. This turns me on. Like, I can imagine. And I'm sure we all watch. Well, I know I have. I can't speak for y'all. But when you watch a video, right, there's some type of imagination that you have replacing yourself with that person or visualizing yourself with that individual, right? So, right, Pharaoh, I thank you. Rich is another good friend of mine. Pharaoh, I feel like it's about comfortability, not worth. That is true. It is about comfortability, not worth. But when the person sits up and states verbally, how much am I getting paid? Or I know my worth. And they're talking about financially. They're not talking about comfort.
And you know what? I hope a lot of them listen. I want to get on some free game right now. Mm-hmm. Can I get on some free game?
Come on.
All right.
So nice talking to y'all.
But yeah, I want to get on
Funny.
some free game right now.
No.
I want for every person who is amateur model or you know, just breaking into the industry, look at yourselves as a basketball player or an actor in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. All their money's not coming from the scenes that they're doing or from the games that they playing. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now some basketball players do only just play basketball. Mm-hmm. But then you have other basketball players who are getting you know, deals, shoe deals, you know, clothing deals. Think of the industry as your exposure, mm-hmm. and use that platform to branch off into other exposure. Mm-hmm. You got people who like were on Bad Boys Club, mm-hmm. Baddies or whatever. Mm-hmm. They're getting paid for appearances at clubs. Mm-hmm. They're getting, you know, deals, and so use the exposure, especially when you're working with a production company like Rockefeller Entertainment or rocksboys.com, and use that
Thank
exposure.
You for that promo.
Use that exposure to branch off into other things, mm-hmm. like, you know, and to build your net worth. Mm-hmm. All right, you don't have to, you know, just solely depend on the income from what you're doing in the industry. Use it as a platform to expose yourself to other things so that you can get other income.
Because people will tell you, they'll come to you like, hey, I saw you on the site. I see you from the city. Y'all mind coming to dance here?
Exactly.
And go for it. But to piggyback on that, you got to be careful, because you get those that are out there that are trying to benefit from themselves just to get access to you, to make it as if they want you to come and do something. And then, you know, do your little research. Check out their X page, how many followers they have, especially if they say they're a promoter.
Yeah.
You know, promoter.
But you use it. And, you know, just like you, when you, you know, you were in the industry before you started Rocks Boys, mm-hmm. you was working for Flavorworks, right?
No. Before, no shade.
He was working with.
Yeah,
working with Flavorworks.
Yeah.
Correction.
Yeah, because they saw what I was doing, mm-hmm. when I created Rockefellers back in 2008, and they saw what I was doing and offered like a partnership, and I was down with it. And that was, like you said, it's an exposure and platform to build from that. Mm-hmm. And after being, I guess, nurtured and trained and shown the ropes of how the industry works, that we broke off again, still maintain a relationship. But for the record, I got to put this out there because people get so confused. Rockefeller's Entertainment has always and forever has been owned and operated by me. a black man. I started Rockefellers Entertainment in 2008. It is 2024. I'm still the only sole proprietor of this LLC.
We using big words.
Nobody owns my company, and
Unless the good Lord decide they want to take them away.
then it'll have to be passed to somebody else. But and for the record, there's nobody, no investor, there's nobody feeding me any. And I love everybody. I love all races. But I say this because of stereotype. There's no white man in the background feeding me any type of finances, any type of financial system. I do everything on my own. I get, when it comes to, and we're a little bit off topic, but when it comes to like outsourcing marketing promotional ways, yeah, people offer the help. Like, hey, we can do this for you. We can market this. We can swap marketing ideas. Yeah, that's different. But as far as funding and operating, when it comes to editing, graphic work and all that, I do all that by myself.
And I just want to say, but because of that the work that you've done in the adult entertainment world, you then started doing party promotion.
Yeah.
And then eventually throwing your own parties.
Yeah.
At nightclubs in the Chicago party scene.
Yep.
So, I'm just trying to encourage the young men out here who are, doing like, find some other means of income. Don't just focus on the porn. Like, if that's what you're enjoying doing, then do the porn.
Right.
But find other ways to build your net worth as well.
Right.
Because you got to make yourself valuable. You got to bring some value to your name. Brand.
Mm-hmm.
Look into your own branding.
And you want people to know, right, that you're more than just a sex object, right? Because, and you got to think, your partner, right, can see like, oh, my man does more than just porn. He's not all about sex, He does parties. He wrote a book. He does podcasts. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like to do.
He talk about himself.
Shameless plug.
Who me? What? No. But yeah, I just like to do different things. But again, I think, and I just want to push back on this. I don't know if you get on X a lot, right? Outside of looking at porn, you see the drama. I'm sure you do. So without mentioning any names, there's been many posts that I've seen of fights that happen and then relationships starting, relationships ending, people getting upset about people that's doing content creating with them. And this is for the OnlyFans, the content creators.
Yes.
Okay. So you've seen a lot of that.
I was a little confused at first because I actually haven't seen anything about any recent drama, but I knew about some drama that happened maybe sometime early last year about a local content creator who's no longer local, but they moved on to another city and state, as they do, and so there was some drama but I didn't know the other person that the drama was with, so I didn't know that they was a content creator. But I do know that some content creators are, I'm gonna say OnlyFans, OnlyFans.
It's a laugh for me.
OnlyFanners, because that's their platform, and so and I haven't seen them in any official production, so come OnlyFans. But yeah, I have seen a drama on X, now X, and which has actually carried over to other social media platforms as well. But yeah.
So question, they put so much of the industry. Do you think, from your perspective, I want to hear, I don't know if Naya gets on, like, I know she does a lot like Facebook and Instagram. Do you think that in comparison to adult film entertainers versus content creators, that there's more drama as far as relationship wise, from what you've seen or experienced or witnessed, that occurs between content creators and their significant others versus adult film entertainers? Because I don't see a lot with other porn. hate to say porn stars because everybody thinks they're a fucking porn star, but adult entertainers that work with studios and companies. Have you seen like a difference in?
I haven't seen it like drama with like actual, porn stars.
Right.
And when I say actual porn stars, I mean people who have been a part of productions.
Okay.
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Now there are some individuals that that I see on X that used to get into, or who there used to be, active in the industry, in the actual porn industry, who is now solely based on OnlyFans and like other sites such as OnlyFans, that is in a little bit of drama. And honestly, I think that it's done out of pure entertainment.
Okay.
But people who are just solely porn stars that are literally like actually a part of a production company, I don't see them in drama or nothing like that. So
I don't know, man. It's crazy because that's like one of my things. It's just like, and the bad part, and it's like you see a lot of our people, a lot of blacks that are involved in like the drama, the fights and shit, but you don't see, a lot of these other well-known adult film entertainers in the streets on live getting into fights and beating up people or getting into for whatever the reason. And I'm not here to judge, but I'm saying if you're going to carry yourself as a professional and, you want people to take you seriously, although we're guilty, I don't say me, but I'm saying we as just in general, we enable it.
You know what? And I think it's our fault because now that I think about it, it's us who has this expectation that they're professionals, but they're not professionals.
No.
And we have to realize that OnlyFans is for the amateurs.
Yeah. It is. And don't get me wrong. I get it. That's a way for people to make some decent to good money. Also remember to file your taxes. All y'all that filed exempt, you gotta pay Uncle Sam back. He's gonna be looking for his cashola.
Get him some game. Get him some game.
Make sure you calculate that in there because he wants his money. That will always consider you to be an amateur. Because to me it just looks bad. It looks really bad. Like I look at that and when I see like these fights and shit that be happening online, I'm like, when I started, this kind of shit wasn't going on. People did what they did to make people happy, make people get off, enjoy, but like now it's just like, oh, this person got into it with this person got into this person. Oh, they filmed this person got into this person. Always say Pharaoh said, but some of the OnlyFans be popping more than contract videos don't sleep.
Before he said that, I did want to clarify. There are some professionals who utilize OnlyFans
properly.
So exactly, and I don't want to say like all users of OnlyFans are amateurs, but it is a platform for amateurs. But I do, I know that there are some professionals.
Right, and that don't get me wrong. Not disagreeing with you. There are some that are popping, and it's not even those that are more so popping than more the contract videos. But that's not what it's all about. It's not about whether or not the person is popping. There's definitely a differential between the two, because a person that holds an OnlyFans account, right, is strictly going to have content with that particular person and another person. So you have Tom, Dick, and Harry. Or doing scenes with a bunch of other people, but that's only featuring just Tom, Dick, and Harry. So that means the person that subscribes to them, if they want to see somebody else, then they're going to pay $9.99 or $24.99 for just to see them. But to see these other people, that means they have to set up for another subscription to see somebody else, which is a variety. Versus when, as Pharaoh said, contract video shoots, they go to a subscription-based site like, example, rocksboys.com, then they're going to get a guarantee variety of different people. It's not going to be the same person in every single video. unless there's a person that has an OnlyFans account where they film other people. That's different. I mean, it's not really how OnlyFans is supposed to work, but people do it nonetheless. But yeah, I mean, I get that. It's not to discredit those, because I think there are a lot of good content creators out there that make some great work that I've actually reached out to, to do some type of work with them on a certain level and stuff like that. So yeah, trust me, I'm far from a hater. I've been doing this shit way too fucking long. I don't care, but I also like to make things clear as to what it is. Like put what out there is what out there.
Yeah, and I want to say, respond to Pharaoh as well. Like I get that. And I want to say too, and no one's knocking these people who use OnlyFans, and I understand. Like, first of all, Apple at their event that they do every year when they're showcasing their technology and stuff like that, they show you a whole cinematic video that's like in the movie format that you would think that was filmed with extremely expensive cameras, and they tell you at the bottom of that screen, usually to the bottom right, filmed on iPhone. Exactly. So the thing is, and you can have some really great production filmed on your iPhone, but the thing is that you have to know production. And again, there are some amateurs who can really get into all that, but there are some people who just jump out there. But I will say, learn your cameras, okay? Learn your settings, okay? Your iPhone can film in cinematic mode, which will allow you to get a more professional looking video or footage.
And then you have to understand how to film in cinematic mode.
Exactly. You need to learn this stuff. And and I think that's the thing. A lot of amateurs don't take the time to learn.
No, they're just
jumping out there.
And doing, cinematic. That means something big.
Exactly. And you got all this pixelated ass videos with the low lights and shit. And it's like, God, what the hell am I looking at? Is that his booty hole? Or is that just some fucked up ass pixel?
No, it's a fucked up ass booty hole.
Or that too.
There's no adjusting that. Can't edit that. But you drop that in Final Cut Pro if you want to. Ain't fixing that shit. But yes, I definitely appreciate y'all putting in the comments and stuff like that. Well, we are pretty much come to the end of this episode of Rockefeller's Radio.
Booty holes.
Booty holes. Buttswa.
It's a booty hole.
Dating sex workers and adult film entertainers versus content creators. Before we get ready to go, I want to give my little final word. Dante suggested that I start doing that.
The crowd goes wild.
You're so silly. And just always keep in mind is that, whatever I say, it's always either from my personal experience or my opinion, and what you make is factual. Thanks, Pharaoh. I appreciate you, man. It's not factual. What you do with the information, it's always either advice that I'm trying to give. When getting involved in any relationship, no matter if it has to do with being involved with someone that's in the industry, whether they're an escort, whether they're content creators, it still boils down to communication as to far as how that relationship is going to go. You make sure you have the right conversation, the do's and don'ts, the barriers that you want to create will determine how that relationship is going to go. And if it's somebody that does work in the industry, just understand and have enough respect to know that this is someone that's already been doing something before you came into the picture. If it's something that you can tolerate or deal with, then go in with an open mind, hear them out, and see how it works. Maybe give yourself a trial run. Say, hey, let's do this for 3 months, and if it works, then cool. If not, then I think we should go our separate ways. But don't walk into the picture with demands. It's a difference. Asks versus demands, and see how things work. Don't walk into the picture with demands and tell them what a person needs to do to change or alter their life because you want to be with them. Have enough respect to know this is what they were doing before you came along, and this is something that you've been ready for to deal with. If not, then do you and let them do them. Once again, this has been Rockefeller's Radio Season 4, episode number 12. I've been joined by my co-host, Ms. Nia Monet.
Adios, amigos.
And Mr. Dante Harris.
Sayonara.
As we say, for those of you that can't see us, we are giving you the deuces.